Hello, I'm to another review. Today we got SH Figuarts, Kamen Rider, SkyRider before upgrade, so original version, first version, kind of like Ichigo, sort of had different colors as time went on. So the legendary 7 riders sort of appeared in SkyRider. SkyRider is originally a reboot. The series wasn't called SkyRider, it was just called Kamen Rider, and it was a new shocker team. And after a while, the legendary 7 riders from Ichigo to Stronger just turn up, and he's like, oh, okay, so we're in the same world anyway, so didn't know why we're trying to reboot everything, but anyway. Yeah, so this is his version before he meets the previous riders. It's a Tamashiro exclusive. It comes in a cardboard box like this. And some people actually collect these boxes as well, so whatever. There was some tape on the opening, which I turned off, hence the marks there. These boxes are pretty good at protecting the inside box, which is your standard Tamashiro exclusive one. Standard SH Figuarts size box without the window, because it's a web exclusive. You're not going to see it in the shops, even though I bought this from the shop. You're going to see it actually see it from Bandai Tamashii Premier. So, silver printing, green box underneath, just like the rider themselves, a darker green color. I like darker green than lighter green actually. Lighter green seems a bit kiddie to me for some reason, and dark green seems more mature for some reason. SH Figuarts is a new standard figure series that incorporates the banner action figure art under the theme pursuing character expression for humanoid action. That's the picture of the figure, not the actual suit, which really should be the actual suit. Web exclusive right there. See, as logo doesn't actually say SkyRider, it's just Kamen Rider and Bandai logos and such. Also on the top. Underneath, very standard. Side, back, side. If you want to look at all of these, you can head over to the Facebook link below. We take photos of the box and such. So, because since there's no window on this box, there's no backing card or anything, and goes inside, got the instructions manual, which I also taken photos of, and that'll be on the Facebook page. Oh bloody hell, that's fallen out. So, needless to say, be very careful when getting this out of the packet, because yeah, it doesn't really actually hold tray. This isn't a good box design. It saves plastic, but things are falling out. On the back, you got the stage act sort of taped onto here. So, yeah, the hands are falling out. Anyway, so yeah, I'll assemble this stage and show you guys the next bit. So this is a stage right here. It says SkyRider Sailing Jump right here, because it comes with an arm, and one of the accessories is to let SkyRider lie on his belly, just like in that pose. But it does come with a little arm thingy if you choose to use it. So let's take a look at the accessories of this rider. For those of you who have purchased the other normal standard edition of SkyRider SH Figuarts, you'll notice that everything in here is exactly the same, just repainted. This is just a different painted variation of the exact same figure. So apart from closed fist accessories, you got straight palms and relaxed hands, which might be considered slightly boring. This is the bit that goes onto the stage that lets him lie flat. Notice the hole in the middle, that's where the belt goes in, belt buckle goes in, so you know, there's space for it. But it doesn't actually clip the figure in, so he lies quite sturdy on there, but you know, there's nothing stopping you from pushing him off. Comes with 2 different neck scarves. This one hooks onto the neck that's currently attached to the body, and this piece is a giant solid piece that has an extra neck itself for sort of SkyRider flying. There'll be little black spots right there. Next we have articulation. First, the antennae are quite not the most solid thing, but you know, be careful about them. So double ball joint, of course, and because the neck is removable to swap around, so down, up, sideways, sideways. Ball joint right there. Ball joint at the bottom of the hip. arm up, arm down, up and down, turning slightly, double elbow joint. There's a piece of plastic right there that I should remove. I'm not quite sure what it's protecting, but I'll remove that in a sec. Because you see there's like a double ball joint thing going on in there. Arm is typical Figuarts. There's a swivel, hinge, and a ball going on right down there. Legs sort of can go down, double sort of joint right there, so you can push it up. Slight swivel, double knee joints, and the feet. The feet is actually die-cast metal. It's pretty awesome. Feels like metal. It's metal? Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, it's metal. Die-cast feet. Up and like a ball joint on the foot. And the toe joint goes up and down slightly. Sort of like a little circle thing going on up on this. Articulation is this sort of flying engine thing on this belt that he uses on both sides. Molding ejection is pretty much perfect on this figure. I haven't noticed any flaws really. No lines here or there, and painting wise is also pretty much perfect. No bad printing or painting anywhere. I'm quite pleased with this. This is you know, can be considered one of the best Figuarts molded and painted figure. But so the upside of this is it's a really pretty figure. It's really good looking. The colors are sharp, everything's detailed, and it looks just as it should in the show. Especially the belt with the transparent plastic and the really nice compound eyes. This is a decent figure if you know just gonna put it in a glass case or a shelf. The downsides of this figure are this. First of all, you notice that I put him in a kind of awkward pose. You see, when he's got his flying scarf on, he can't actually look up. So if you're trying to think of Christopher Reeve's Superman flying, you're going to get none of that. And another awkward posing is this stage that comes with him can pretty much only hold him flat down. It is a piece of crap. Any slight movement and he's going to fall off and you're going to break your expensive figure. So forget about this piece of junk and just use the little clipper hands that come with it and just, you know, clip the figure from underneath, and at least you can get a little bit more posing abilities. You know, just stick them in there and there you go. So what was even the point of this piece of crap? Bandai, this is a piece of crap. Anyway, another downside of this figure is the big scarf in this flying mode. Not only does it hinder the neck movement of the actual head, but then you can hear it. It is really cheap, brittle plastic. This will snap, especially if you use this piece. Falling off the stage a few times, that will definitely snap. It is very fragile, very brittle. The antenna has more chance of, you know, surviving 100 years than that piece. So really, really bad. They should have used a slightly soft rubbery plastic like they did with the other piece of scarf. That's really, really brittle. Which comes to this piece of scarf, which I have issues with as well. You notice there's a line right down the scarf. It is made out of 2 pieces. Now, why is it made out of 2 pieces? No idea. It could just easily been 1 piece. At first I thought, oh, maybe there's articulation, like I can swivel or something, but nope. Only thing I got is this part is slightly harder than the bottom part, but it is totally pointless that they've done it this way. All it leaves is a scarf with a really awkward line coming across, and that's just really ugly. But it's still better than that piece of crap, and this piece of crap. Swapping the neck pieces can also be slightly worrisome as well, as you know, you pull the head up and then you pull the neck piece out. Kinda, it's really hard. Try not to snap the bloody scarf, because you're not going to put pressure on that. If you put pressure on this, it will break. So you want to put pressure right there, and it gets a bit fidgety. So you put the standard neck back in, and then you fit the head back on. Of course, fitting the head back on is also scary because you don't want to snap the antennae as well. It's easier to fit the original neck back on without worrying, but when you're trying to fit that big piece on, it gets in the way, and you're trying to push this head down. Sometimes you want something to help your hands with strength, so you put the figure on your stomach or something, pushing against it, and it gets slightly worrying that you're gonna, snap the antennae. So those are worrisome things as well. So those are the downside of the figure. Also a lot of neck limitation when using the scarf as well. One last thing to note, that swapping his hands can seem a bit tight at times. His hands are definitely a lot tighter than some of the other SH Figuarts releases, which again can be worrisome because you're going to be putting a lot of strength and force onto your hand, and it gets scary in case you don't want to snap the joint or other fragile parts on the figure. So swapping the hands can seem a little bit worrisome. SkyRider is a good looking SH Figuarts figure. It's pretty decent. It's sharp, it's shiny where it should be, and the colors are rich, and just overall looks really good, especially for a show rider. For those of you who prefer sort of Heisei riders, like the newer Kamen riders, his accessories might seem a little bit bare, and they are a little bit bare, not as bad as Agito bare, where you only have like 2 pairs of hands, but they are bare, and which is probably why they decided to include a Tamashii stage for him. Not only is he a Tamashii Work exclusive, but they also gave him a stage because, well, he doesn't really have that many accessories. I wish I could say the same for Kamen Rider Black, which came with pretty much no accessories. That was a really bad release because, Bandai knows we're suckers for Black. We love Black. Black is an awesome rider. So let's overcharge them and put nothing in the packet. But with this guy, let's not really overcharge people. Let's give them something. So you do get a stage, and accessories enough. I wish you came with maybe a few extra pair of hands for maybe a few more posing, but as it is, this sort of works. With the extra stage piece that doesn't pretty much useless for posing, and the giant scarf that's scarily brittle. Overall, the figure does look good, and he isn't too expensive compared to he's one of the cheapest Tamashii Work exclusive figures you can get, and he's not that much more expensive than standard releases that you get in stores and such. So he's something that you can consider. He's a decent purchase. If you already have the other SkyRider, then you can probably skip on this one. But if you haven't picked up SkyRider yet, this one might even be cheaper than the standard release because the standard release has been out for some time now, and once people have bought it, they only push the price up, so it's going to cost a little bit more than its official retail price. One last thing to note is those little switches on the side of his belt are only clicked on to the actual belt, sort of like a Lego hand, just sort of clip in. Apart from that, so they can fall off, so be careful. They fall off, they're really tiny pieces, you might lose them. So overall, SkyRider is a decent figure. I haven't seen SkyRider's series yet, but I intend to, as soon as all the English subtitles are out. So yeah, tell me what you think about this figure, if you have the other version or you have this version. Do you agree with some of the flaws and such? Subscribe, suggest, and comment below. And of course, take care and have a nice day. Bye.